What just happened just a few days ago in Ciudad Madero was totally tragic. The situation that just happened just a few days ago in Ciudad Madero was totally tragic. Um, I'm not making fun and anything about it, related about it. It was totally unexpected. It was totally horrifying, but uh, this makes us think about the security and the importance of all the factors that that can be included in the design of everything, including the mechanical systems. Hello, everyone. My name is Ruben Rodriguez Muñoz. I am a student at the Technological University of Altamira, and I am basically gonna show you about the importance of all the factors in the mechanical designing. And well, basically, because I am not the only one that has this question in his mind. I'm gonna ask some people what do they know about the topic and what do they think about it. So come with me. Well, basically, I'm here with Mr. Dean, Mr. Juan Dionisio Perez Cruz, and he's telling us a little bit of the importance of all the factors in the mechanical designing. So please, Mr. Dean, which factor do you think is important in the development of any mechanical system?
But for me, it's very important to be here. I mean, I'm very glad to talk with you because it's very important to make this practice with the people, and I think so. It's very important the design mechanic because the side some mechanic parts have a lot of specification, and this specification is for great working the machine, for example, and that is very important. That is the point. But my English is not so very good, but I try to speak in English.
Don't worry.
But I'm going to speak in Spanish. Do you have trouble?
I don't have any troubles in total. This video, this part of the conversation will be literally subtitled to English in the edition.
All right, but I'm going to speak in Spanish because my English is not very good.
No worries, no worries.
El diseño mecánico es fundamental porque te da la precisión con la cual tú puedas formar pues, las mismas partes dentro de un proceso industrial. Por algo es que están las medidas milimétricas y las medidas macrométricas, ¿no? Dependiendo. Entonces, parte del diseño, para eso también hay software, hay algunos software que se utilizan para el diseño, y creo que es importante que el alumno conozca esta importancia del diseño, sobre todo para el área de ingeniería. Las matemáticas son las ciencias exactas, aunque solamente hay 9 números, del 0 al 9. Todo lo demás es una combinación de números que precisamente van encaminados al diseño. El diseño estructurado es eso. Eso es lo más importante.
Good to know. Well, thanks for your time, Mr. Dean. I really appreciate this, and I really appreciate your point of view about all this topic that is way too important because we're talking about one of the factors that could involve even a machine you use diary, you know.
Yes.
Well, thanks.
No, thank you very much to you, and we are here to work for you, the student, are the means people in the university, the student. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you
Hello.
very much.
Hi.
Well, es parte, amigos, es parte. we have basically talked a little bit with the dean of this prestigious university, and he gave us a little bit of reason about that, because it is way too important, the pure design of the things, and basically there is nothing that is the most important, that is more important than that. Is that could be the design could involve the security of while manipulating the prototype, could be the costs, etc., etc. Hey guys, I'm with Mr. Almada, one of the most famous teachers here at the university, and I would like to question him about the topic we're talking about. So, Teacher Almada, which part do you think is the most important to develop a mechanical system?
Well, I haven't worked a lot with mechanical systems, but I think that the main thing that we have to take into consideration for mechanical systems when we are designing them is the different stresses that they are subject to. So you have different kinds of stress, for example, shear stress, you have longitudinal stress, etc., etc. So you have to design for that. You have to take into account all the possible failures that the system can have. And these failures come because of a lot of stress or because of a lot of operations. So you have to define exactly what are the limits of your system, how many times it's going to work correctly, and how often you will need to make maintenance to it. I think that those are the main things that you have to take into consideration.
Basically, the stress, and well, basically it is just to make sure about the security while manipulating the device, isn't it?
Also, yes. I mean, of course, security is also super important. The safety features that you have in your mechanical system are inherent to the design. You have to take into consideration what parts are going to be exposed to the people working with them. You have to take into consideration fail safes and also emergency stops, etc., etc. Whenever you are dealing with mechanical systems.
And what about the costs? Does it have such an importance to develop a mechanical system?
I mean, yes, of course, cost is super important when you're designing something. Obviously, you have to stay in budget, right? I mean, you have a budget for your design, you have to take into consideration what the cost is going to be, because if you had infinite money, well, of course you will design the safest of all and the best of all, but you have to find
Adjust the budget.
exactly. You have to find what your constraints are, what materials you're going to use, what's the budget that you have, what's the time that you have to design it, etc., etc. So you have a lot of constraints that you have in any other engineering design, right? Also, in this case, mechanical, but you have to stay within your constraints.
That's a good point of view, teacher. Well, thank you very much for this interview, and I'll be seeing you later.
Thank you, Ruben. See you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye. And basically, because all of the students that belong to this university have the right to participate in this little interview. We have here Reneo Yarvides, that is one of the students of this prestigious university. So, tell me, Rene, which is the most important part for you in the mechanical design?
In the mechanical design, the most important part is when you assemble all the mechanics things, like the gears, the chains, all of those things.
You're referring to the way you assemble all the parts of the mechanical systems. You're referring to that?
Yes.
Okay. And what about the security? What do you think about it?
In the mechanical things,
Yep.
it's very important. It's very important because if we don't have any security, how we can be sure about the function, the right function of the things. Like if a motorcycle is on safety, how can you be right that it works correctly?
That's a good point of view because if we don't take an account at the security, we wouldn't make sure that it wouldn't work without damaging someone or something. That's a good part. And what about the cost? What do you think? Is that important to you to expend a lot of money in a prototype, in a mechanical prototype, or not? It doesn't worth it.
I think that the cheapest prototypes are very, how do you say, are very incomplete.
Uh-huh.
Like if you want a good prototype, you need to do a great investment of money. Like if you want to make sure that the thing's gonna be right, you know.
That's a good point of view. Well, thank you very much, Rene. I'll be seeing you later, and thanks for the time.
You're welcome.
And well, it's part, my friends. We have basically seen all the opinion of the people that has a little bit of preparation in this topic of mechanical systems, and basically I think one of the most important factors that we can agree on that it's the security because I get back to the principal idea, to the main idea I have, that is how can you make sure that it's safe to use if you don't mind on it, and basically I think the security is the most important part, is the most important factor of the design of mechanical systems. Well, I don't have more words to describe it. I think it is the most important part that we have. And well, that was everything for today. This video is a little bit short because of the time I have. I have a lot of work to do also. And well, basically, I like to make these interviews, and I like to listen all the opinion of the people about this topic that is important not only in the industrial factor, in the industrial environment, but only in the daily life one. Well, that was everything for today. I hope you like this video, and thanks for your time and for your attention. Bye bye everyone. Is parte.